Hello, I'm Christopher Clark. I'm one of the teachers at the CLE at SUSTech. In this section of our online course, I'm going to introduce academic writing to you. This is an extremely important topic because, firstly, it teaches students to think critically and objectively. Secondly, it helps students communicate complex ideas effectively in an organised, concise and formal way. And thirdly, your college success depends on it. Typically, college students will be required to write a variety of essays for different purposes, such as demonstrating your knowledge of a discipline. So academic writing is vital for college students. Since academic writing is a very broad topic with rich content, it takes years of practice to hone your academic writing skills. To give you a quick head start in this course, I will first introduce 3 sections. In section 1, we will look at the definition of academic writing and the different types of academic writing you might encounter at university. In section 2, we will look at the general characteristics of academic writing and the writing strategies involved in composing a piece of academic writing. Due to our time limits today, I will especially focus on how to write a strong paragraph in part 3, because a good paragraph is a building block of good academic writing. People write emails, send text messages, and fill in forms every day. Students take notes every day. They are all examples of writing. In one sense, academic writing is just another kind of writing. However, academic writing is different from other types of writing. One main feature is that academic writing has a different type of audience. It might be your teachers, professors, or your fellow students. So academic writing has to reach a certain standard, and the readers will judge the quality of writing based on that standard. Aspects such as the structure, the clarity, and the accuracy of your writing. Usually, students write based on a prompt. They discuss, explain, introduce, and argue about a certain issue. Here is a persuasive essay. You will study an issue and persuade your reader to believe your viewpoint. Usually, you indicate your viewpoint first and support your viewpoint with a selection of examples. A book report is a written form of an investigation of a book. Here is an example. In a thesis paper, students are usually expected to explore an issue in depth. Perhaps it would be the reasons for a particular historical event, or the advantages and disadvantages of something, comparing and contrasting 2 different things or more, or the impact of a new law, a new policy, etc. Here is an example of a comparative essay on Islamic finance and banking. A research article is a research report. It is usually aimed for publication. The structure and content of a research article might be similar to a lab report, but it has to meet the specific style, such as the writing style, the formatting style, and the citation style, and layout for a particular journal in order to be accepted by the academics in that field. A literature review can be a paper in itself. Sometimes it is the 3rd section in a research paper. After the abstract, the introduction, then comes the literature review. This genre includes the current knowledge and substantive findings on a topic, as well as theoretical and methodological contributions to a particular field. Literature reviews are secondary sources and do not report new or original experimental work. An abstract is usually a part of a research article, usually the 1st section, and acts as a summary of the total article. No matter what discipline, abstract writing shares similar components, and the structure is quite distinctive from other types of academic writing. An abstract is a brief summary of an article, a thesis, or a review, and is often used to help the reader gain a quick understanding of that piece of writing. So the role of an abstract is important, and that's why I want to talk about it individually here. A lab report is when students write up the results of an experiment, reporting their findings and interpreting their results. A lab report has a very set structure that you must follow. Here is the answer. Each type of academic writing has its own rules and conventions, but they do share some characteristics in common. For example, they are focused and specific. They emphasize logical reasoning, and they use clear language that is comprehensible to readers. They all have logical connections between sentences and between paragraphs, and there is a process to produce a piece of academic writing. First, you analyze the task. Secondly, you plan your argument. Then you conduct research. And then finally, you start the writing process. Read this paragraph. This type of academic writing is common in a textbook, and it's also frequently used in academic writing, such as when introducing the background in a research report. After reading this paragraph, the reader is very clear about what the three sections are because of the words, the biggest part, the second part, and the last part. They help organize the information in a logical way. And the last sentence, in short, restates the three sections. So it is easy for readers to read, understand, and remember. It is also focused because you don't see a sentence that is irrelevant to the topic sentence. The mind has three parts. This is the topic sentence, which adds structure to the paragraph. Read this paragraph. This is a paragraph from a research essay. The paragraph also contains features such as being focused and specific, logical reasoning, clear language, use of logical connectors between sentences and paragraphs. You might be able to write like this right now, but here at SUSTech, we will teach you, guide you, and help you become a writer during your time with us. This is a paragraph from a research essay. The sentence in blue is specific and focused. You could talk about how to write an assignment essay or the different parts in that essay, but here you just mention one of the purposes of writing. After reading this example, students might say, "Gosh, I can't do that." Yes, you can. We will teach you and guide you and help you become an amazing writer by teaching you the following content. Let's call it ABRD strategy. A means analyzing your writing task. That is to say, what kind of writing you're supposed to write. Is it an essay? Is it a lab report? Or is it a literature review? B means brainstorming. Think about questions like, what do I know about this topic? What do I want my readers to know? What do I need to know and need to do in order to complete this piece of writing? R means researching. This is the part of the preparation before you write in order to fill in the gaps in your information. Sometimes you need to read your notes, search for information from different online sources, or even go to the library and conduct research yourself. D is for drafting, the actual writing process. You can use this strategy even in timed writing, for example, in the TOEFL or the IELTS exam, where you have a writing task to complete. Also, I'm going to demonstrate these steps later when we write a paragraph. This is the end of section 2. You can pause and find the academic features in this paragraph. This is the answer.